So we are going to be doing a monthly podcast. I know the podcasts have kind of dropped off recently. So this is going to be books I have. We'll start with a series that some of you may have read, but some of you may want to get into. Then we will do a book that I've purchased myself. Then we'll do some coming soons, and then we will do a couple of advanced readers copies that just landed in my box and I can't wait to read. Okay, so first of all, Slow Horses. I'm a huge fan of Mick Herron. I think his books are amazing. This is the first in the series. I'm reading the 6th one right now and it's great. So, Slow Horses. Slough House is basically a place where they send spies who screw up. And in the first book, River Cartwright really screws up, and during a training exercise he shuts down one of the major London arteries at rush hour. Ends up in Slough House. Slough House, as I said, if spies don't perform, they can't be killed, but they can be bored to death, and that's what Slough House is there for. But these guys used to be really good spies, and it shows in their adventures. So, really good series. Like I said, start with Slow Horses and work your way through. Next one. I'm shooting through these because I normally do book talks with a lot of chat, and so this has no chat, so we're just going to shoot through them. The Bad Break by Jill Orr. This is the second in the series. I loved the first one. It's from the publisher of Marry, Kiss, Kill, which I also loved. It's a cozy, but they're fun. The very first one was called The Goodbye Line. Riley Ellison is the main character. She is a librarian. She is 26 and she is a spinster because the boy that she thought she was going to marry has gone off to find himself, leaving her on the library shelf. Now, her grandfather used to write obituaries, and Riley's best friend apparently commits suicide, and Riley is asked by her mother to write the obituary, and she gets into all kinds of trouble. So The Bad Break is the follow-up to this. It's just as much fun. Riley is in just as much trouble, personal and professional, because now she is working as a reporter. So, yeah, this I really enjoyed. It was really fun. What you may be able to hear in the background is a soundtrack. I'm going to have one of these each month. And at the moment, I am loving Killing Eve, the TV series. So if you get the chance to see it, see it. It is amazing. And I've checked and the sound level is okay. We're not going to have like a huge issue with that. So, next is... Now, these are coming soon, and these have already been blurbed. I've read these. So, Dean Koontz, The Crooked Staircase. This is a Jane Hawke novel. Jane Hawke is a rogue FBI agent who Koontz is really enjoying writing about. It's a really fun series. It's got some very interesting issues in it. And Jane, as I said, was working for the FBI. Her husband, who is a decorated military officer, commits suicide, and she realizes that this is not that there's a pattern, and she starts to investigate. And once she does that, some very powerful people try to shut her down, and Jane is not somebody you shut down. So she hides her son, and she then goes after these people. Now, Crooked Staircase is the third in the series. Starting from the beginning, you want to be in I think The Silent Corner is the very first one. It's a great series. This one comes out in... Actually, no, this one is out now because I saw it in the shop yesterday. So, it's out. Next is District 8 by Adam Labor. This is set in Budapest, Hungary. There's lots of corruption. There's lots of really cool details about Roma gypsies, who I had no idea that there was such a hierarchical structure with the gypsies. The main character is a guy called Balthazar Kovacs. Kovacs is a gypsy, so he's Roma. He joined the police force, which basically had him thrown out of the family. But of course, he's on that kind of outsider line because the police are normally not gypsies, so he gets some very funny looks. At the beginning of this, he gets a text message with a picture attached, and the picture is of a dead man, and he knows where that picture was taken. So he goes there, and the body's been moved. And his investigation kicks off from there. As I said, it's good. I really hope there's a follow-up to this, because Balthazar Kovacs is definitely an interesting guy. Also, this would make a great book group discussion, because there's the usual immigration and issues that you could really get your teeth into. This is great. This comes out in June 5th. This one I just finished, The Washington Decree by Jussi Adler-Olsen. Adler-Olsen writes the Department Q series, which if you haven't read it, it's great. Start with The Keeper of Lost Causes. It's about a very lazy detective who gets to head up Department Q, which is the coldest of cold cases. And it's a very interesting series, and Adler-Olsen has done a couple of standalones. This is the second standalone. This is set in 2007. It is a presidential candidate, a Democratic presidential candidate, who is about to ascend on a tide of votes to the White House. But then on election night, he suffers a tragedy, and it is a very changed man who actually ascends to the highest seat in the land. He is being advised or misadvised by a group of people who were with him on a Chinese trip, during which he also suffered a tragedy. And it is up to them to save the day. And I was reading it getting chills. It is, ripped from the headlines. Fortunately, doesn't quite come into it, but it's damn close. This one comes out in August 7th. Now we have these two literally appeared in my box yesterday, so I have not read them, but I want to, so I thought I'd talk about them. Dean Koontz, The Forbidden Door. This is, the new Jane Hawke is out. This is the one that comes out in October. I love this series, and so seeing this in my box yesterday was just a dream come true. So looking forward to reading this. Although I really wish they'd not do these covers, because while Jane Hawke is striking, pretty sure she doesn't look like that. Just a small quibble, but a quibble nonetheless. So the other one is The Con Artist by Fred Van Lente. It's also illustrated. It looks kind of weird, but I read his 10 Dead Comedians that came out last year, and it was really good. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. It's a murder at Comic-Con, San Diego, not the Salt Lake one. And the guy who is murdered is the arch rival of a graphic artist who is accused of his murder and has to solve the crime by going through Comic-Con. So yeah, totally looking forward to this one. Okay, wow, I really can blow through them when we don't actually have any any people on the other end. Okay, so a little bit about me. I am a bookseller. I work at an independent bookstore in Salt Lake, and I get to read a lot. I'm also a writer, and as you will see from the welcome video, I have a couple of books out, and that is one of the reasons why we started doing this. There will be, we're also starting something called, it's not a newsletter, it's a chat. And basically, it's just going to be where we are with the book. I keep saying we, where I am with the book. What I'm reading, what I'm listening to, what I'm watching, just kind of keeping up stuff. I've been told I should do a newsletter. The reason I'm not doing a newsletter is because we all have, like, there's newsletters flying around all over the place. And if you are following the website, then you will see that there is an update, and then you are not pressured to go and have a look. But if you want to see what's going on, then it will be there. It'll only be monthly updates, because otherwise I won't get a chance to do any writing or reading or blurbing. So yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed that brief run through those books. I babble about books all the time because I love reading, and so this is a perfect addition to my repertoire. So hope you enjoyed it, and see you next time. Thanks. Bye.